Hello everybody and welcome. This is Give Your Anxiety bringing you guys another Age of Empires 3 video. This is the GUA October 2019 subscriber tournament. We are in the semifinals now and we have Hazza versus LordRaphael. This is a best of 5 and game 1 is going to be played on Fertile Crescent and I'm here co-casting with Kaiserklein.
Yep, again,
Yep.
Thanks for having me here.
Oh yeah. Alright, let's spin that wheel. This will be for LordRaphael. We're going to get immediately into this. And let's see what civ LordRaphael gets for game 1. LordRaphael will be playing as a Portuguese. Alright, and let's spin the wheel for Hazza. Alright, let's see what civilization Hazza gets here. Hazza playing as a Spanish. Man, these AoE gods in Spain today.
Yeah, right. But then again, it's one of the main civs of Hazza. At least it used to be. He kind of hates Spain a little bit now. Because he thinks it's not very strong. But I mean, Hazza is comfortable playing Spain, that's my point. And he's played this specific matchup quite a lot actually as well. I've seen him play a lot of Spain against Japan, against I Am Turk, for example.
Yeah,
Although I expect Raphael to play it maybe a little bit differently from I Am Turk, but still.
Right. I do think Hazza's got to be feeling pretty good about this. Like you said, like he's pretty well known for his Spain. He's played a lot of Spain games. And on Fertile Crescent, you know, the hunts are pretty far out there. You really need to get map control. So I think this could be pretty good for Hazza here.
Yeah, this is actually also a very decent Spain map, I think.
Yeah, I did explain the. I think he is all
Right.
set, but yeah, thanks for checking there. Looks like both players do know the rules, and Hazza's clicking in here.
Yeah.
No, we're right on. Looks like LordRaphael's AFK. Just waiting for him to change supports and click in.
Oh wait, he supports. Oh yeah, I thought it was Japan because he selected Japan. Oh, that's a really good matchup for Spain, especially on a map like this where you can control some stagecoach. Yeah, that's much better than against Japan actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, Hazza should be really happy about it, for sure. It's one of the few matchups where Spain is really favored. So yeah.
And Raphael perhaps. Oh, he clicks in. All right, guys, we are getting into game 1 of this best of 5 here in the semifinals. Hazza versus LordRaphael. Game 1 being played on Fertile Crescent. Hazza playing as the Spanish. LordRaphael playing as the Portuguese here. Two major generals here. How often do you see that? Two amazing players, obviously. Man, it's been a while since I've seen two major general PRs.
Yeah, well, I think there's only Raphael, Hazza, and me at the moment, and Major General. But
Oh yeah, you're Major General there too. I didn't look at your name when it was loading in there. We have 3 major.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was Lieutenant General a couple of days ago, but I lost
Jesus.
some PR. So yeah,
That's beastly. All right.
three Major Generals in the lobby. Yeah, that's funny.
Right. All right, so we're getting into this game. This is Fertile Crescent. Pretty unique map here. Resources are very far out, so you do need to get map control. And we have Spanish. So I'm going to reset the scores here. We have Spanish versus Portuguese. So, yeah, what are your thoughts here, Kaiser? I know you were saying that Spain is, probably a pretty good civ for this map and matchup.
I was just looking at the hunts first, but
Oh,
I
yeah.
think it's fine. It's just a weird spawn where there's like really nothing here at all. But then again, Raphael also doesn't have the greatest hunts. He's got only this. So I don't know. I guess we can go with this. While Hazza has one here and one here, so you know. But it's up to you. Just wanted to say that.
Yeah, thanks for checking. I think they are pretty even, right? It is kind of a weird one where like they both have like
Yeah.
far hunts and there's but they do have like their second hunts are pretty similar, maybe a little bit better for Hazza, and then I think it's okay. What are your thoughts?
Yeah. Okay. All right. So yeah. So this matchup is pretty Spain favored. There's kind of a lot of ways to play it. Unlike your standard map, you just usually go quite all in as Spain. You just like really go aggressive and try to just basically nuke ports, because you're just up at pretty much the same time as ports when you boss FF, except you have like already 10 mosques and 4 hussars, and port has like nothing, and then you get falconets and stuff like that, which is really hard for Portuguese to deal with, and a lot of siege with the pikes usually. So all-in is one option. Then again, on a map like this, you have more options because you can also decide to just contain, especially now with the hunts not being too great for Raphael. You can contain just ATP, deny the TPs of ports with the dogs because it's so easy to just train dogs and get all the TPs or almost. Get 1 or maybe 2 even stagecoach lines and sit on the map and just get fogs, skirms, rods, and stuff like that.
Yeah, so there are
even industrial might be an option. I don't know how viable revolt is as Spain against ports, but I would imagine it's maybe an option. But I don't think Hazza will go for that. But yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, so 4 TPs on this map, could be a big point of contention. And like you said, Spain is able to train war dogs here.
Yeah, that's huge for the TP control. Because obviously ports like to go ATP themselves, right? But against Spain, it's just really hard to ATP at all.
Yeah, definitely. LordRaphael picking up a 50 coin treasure here. Both players are now on their way up to H2. And we'll have to see how aggressive LordRaphael is going to be with his first TC wagon that he gets from aging up here. Perhaps most common, he would put it close to his first TC, maybe on the second hunt, maybe slightly forward. We'll have to see. Perhaps he'll want to be aggressive. He is now throwing down a trading post. And meanwhile, Hazza, he's not... Oh, he is throwing down a trading post himself now.
Wait, did he get... no, he just chopped for a TP in transition. He's got a 50 wood treasure, and maybe it was a wood start. I didn't really check that. Yeah, I would assume it was a wood start because Raphael already got a TP and stuff. So actually, none of these players are gonna go for ATP, which again makes a lot of sense for ports because you can't really ATP here. But I would have expected Spain to maybe ATP that. But he did not. So looks like it's gonna be maybe something a bit more aggressive from Spain here. Let's have a quick look at Hazza's deck, and he does have Spanish gold, which is something you can also do against ports. If you're gonna contain him, you can ship Spanish gold and just get some more eco yourself. Sort of, get that eco advantage over ports that you will have only early on. Ports will of course outboom you, even if you ship Spanish gold. But by the time they actually outboom you, they have no hunts, so it doesn't matter. That's kind of the plan. However, it looks like Raphael's got something more aggressive in his mind. Hazza blocking the TC wagon? Is he?
Yeah.
There was a game in a tournament recently where someone lost his TC wagon to dogs, I think.
Gosh, that's painful. Yeah, I mean, well, you can never really, you can never really expect, a forward TC wagon, but that would have been interesting, if like Hazza just for whatever reason already had like a second or third dog, and then, made it easier to kind of snipe that, but. So yeah, we are seeing LordRaphael building that TC a bit forward. He did want to build it even more forward. It looks like, on top of that hunt, perhaps on that gold mine. But we're seeing LordRaphael starting with a stable here, and now so he's gonna try to herd that hunt closer to the TC. Meanwhile, Hazza with a forward tower here.
Yeah, so that's the thing, right? You don't really expect to kill the TC wagon. That doesn't usually happen, but you can force ports to place their TC a little bit less forward than they would like to, which is always nice, like you said. So now Raphael is just going for a cap semi. Looks like this is a good old school cap semi where you just 700 and 600 gold, gather like no gold, have all your views on food, make 5 hussars, and then you have the gold left you need for the age up. And you can do that as ports because you don't need pop space. I mean, you've got the TC, so you don't need wood for the pop space, and you can't ship bills anyway, so you might as well just ship gold twice and use it for hussars and then age up.
Yeah, that's pretty nice, and it allowed LordRaphael, you know, he gets the early steel traps, and he just basically has like every single villager on to food, so you know it makes that steel traps, you know, really efficient.
He will need to gather a little bit of gold, actually. Let me check. Is he training more hussars? Yeah, he's training one more huss. He might cancel that. I'm not sure. Maybe he wants to make more hussars here. You don't really want to go cav usually against Spain, but then again, the tower being forward means that it's easier to raid in the Portuguese base. And he's not killing any Ville, but he's idling Spain a lot.
Yeah, and Hazza is building a barracks here, kind of hidden. Hussar's not seeing it. Oh, one Ville does go down.
And a dog as well, but soon the 4 hussars are gonna pop. Then again, Raphael is making 5 huss right now, which I really kind of question. I mean, I don't know if he's gonna be able to handle the early fortress pressure if he's gonna make that many hussars in H2. And I also don't know why you would go 600 gold second shipment if you're gonna make more huss, because then you, like his house right now, because you can make one batch of huss without needing any wood for houses, but you still, if you make 2 batches of huss, then you're gonna be housed, which is not too good. And I don't know what these huss are gonna do, because surely Hazza is just gonna ship 9 rods now, I think, and just handle that.
Yeah, we'll see.
Or even just train 5 rods and ship Spanish gold or something and still be fine.
Yeah, and there are 5 rods out here, so this could be dangerous for Raphael if he gets caught. And I don't know if you see this yet, but Raphael with 2 barracks and no age up in sight.
Alright, so looks like he wants to stick around in Colonial a bit, or a lot longer actually than I thought. I get that's an option against really... I think that's an option against super aggressive Spain. Let's say he goes all in and you just ship maybe CM when he pushes you, and you just catch him, you know, with your huss and a big colonial militia pop and some musks. However, against what Hazza is doing, I'm not sure how good that is, because Hazza's got a stagecoach, so he has no intention of going super all in whatsoever. He even shipped 1k wood, not quite as greedy as Spanish gold, but still. So he will not overcome it into that colonial army here, I think. Hazza is going to just set up for a little bit of a longer play, and I don't know if the plan of Raphael is going to work all that much. He's also going to get the tower down now, but he's also at the same time rebuilding his entire army, so Hazza knows what's up. He knows it's going to be some musk huss, and he's not going to overcome it. He's just going to sit back, probably ship 9 rods, make 5 skirms, and then there's nothing Raphael can really do against rod skirm here. I don't know.
Yeah, prolonged musk huss is not the best option versus Spain H3 here. And yeah, we'll have to see how this works out for Raphael. But yeah, like you're saying, I think it looks like it's going to work out quite well for Hazza here. And 2 Falconets now being shipped. Going to pick off Hazza's Explorer.
I guess Falcons are okay as well. I just kind of like the... In early Fortress, I kind of like the skirms more because of the mobility. You can hit and run with them. While Falconets, you know, like if you get a bad fight and you're stuck with your Falconets and you lose them, it's huge. But either way, it should be fine. I mean, the vet rods are actually super strong against hussars. Like vet rods tear through hussars. So yeah, and killing a couple, 2 or 3 hussars here. Although he might, that was weird, but.
Yeah, two hussars chasing like 10 huss, no fear.
Yeah.
Couple goons out now even.
Sorry, what?
Just a batch of 5 goons from Hazza.
Yeah, that's interesting, I guess. I mean, against Musk Huss, it makes a lot of sense. He definitely will want a few skirms, though. Because Falconets do good against Musks, of course, but not as good as against, like, say, crossbows or skirms or something. Because Musks have a lot of HP and a lot of attack, so they can actually go in and try to just shoot at the bugs. So I think he wants maybe a few skirms as well. But 9 rods coming in. Looks like Raphael is preparing to take a fight now. He's gonna try to buy some time. Getting shot though.
Colonial Militia.
CM, there you go. Yeah, so that's the plan right here.
And that Colonial Militia hitting those Falcons will just... Oh, Colonial Militia now popping. And here we go, it's go time.
Wrong side. Yeah. The CM needed to pop on top of the Falcons, like just on the other side. And This is a tremendous trade for Hazza, I think. Though it costs up Nick on top of the Falk, but how did the second Falk die?
The one Falk was really low. It died kind of at the start just from TC fire. It was low before the Colonial Militia popped. And now there's the one Falk remaining. He's still kind of there the entire fight. Now going down. So LordRaphael does hold this. He had to call Colonial Militia. I mean, he is up. Well, he's up 11 vills.
Yeah, and
down
actually,
in age.
He did steal a trading post, so the TP line is now equal. It's not anymore 2 TPs to 0 here. So this is tough to call. I guess Raphael is ahead now. He can probably just age at this point. I don't know why Hazza decided to push, actually. Like, he didn't need to push. He just needed to spend his gold and contain, right?
Yeah, that was kind of a strange push from Hazza, even without the Colonial Militia. Just like, it didn't seem smart to siege down the town center, because the town center just firing at the Falk, it can get the Falk to like half HP before a fight begins. You know, the TC just targeting the Falk. I felt like it would have been better to push perhaps where villagers are, or just try to ignore the town center and, I don't know, go for the barracks, kind of go around the base. Just get your opponent off of resources. But Colonial Militia coming in at the right time there for LordRaphael and be able to call Colonial Militia and kind of just wreck in that fight.
Yeah. And again, if you would go Skirm Rod, you would be able to hit and run, and then you can sort of get away from the CM and escape, you know? But when you have Falks who commit to sitting under the TC like that, and yeah, it's just, it was an okay trade for Hazza, but, you know, you kind of need to do a bit more than that in this matchup as Spain. You need to do a lot of damage, and that was not quite enough, I think. And now Raphael is up. He very smartly repaired his TC. He still has the small batch of Minutemen as well in that TC, and the TC Fire is going to be really good with CM, of course. The new TC Wagon is going to go on the right side on the hunt. Maybe not the best placement, but it's kind of safe, and I think that's what Raphael cares about right now, just not losing his third TC. And yeah.
I mean, it does lock down that hunt there, which is actually really very critical.
Yeah, but I mean, for example, here would be like better, you know, but that's like way too risky, of course, you know.
Lancer's gonna get onto these muskets here.
Yeah, Raphael doesn't really want to commit to fighting that, and he's got a ton of Cassadons, but he kind of needs goons here, and I don't know. The Veils are tanking the Lancers. Hazza is retasking them nicely. Musk going in melee, probably. More Minutemen gonna pop, I expect. And actually, this is pretty good for Raphael after all.
Yeah.
He's dealing with the Lancers and then he's won.
Yeah.
The fight, maybe not the game, but...
Those Cassadors really just kind of coming out of nowhere, popping with I don't know, lots of Cassadors there right as the fight was beginning, so that was really big. And yeah, as you're saying, it's looking quite good for LordRaphael. They're both now H3. LordRaphael's up 9 villagers, and even has a superior military mass now.
Yeah, nicely done by Raphael here. Kind of not playing it in a standard way at all, but working out pretty well. Has a few vills here, but yeah, killing vills doesn't matter all that much at this point. Like, Hazza used already his best shipments, the 2 Falks and the 5 Lancers, and to some extent the 9 Rods. Raphael can still ship a ton of, I mean, not a ton, but quite a few unique shipments. And he's getting some free kills here as well, and I think this game is pretty over, actually.
Yeah, and man, I feel like looking back, those 2 Falcons, like imagine, like you were kind of saying, imagine if he just didn't ship 2 Falcons and he shipped like Rods or Lancers, then he would have been way more like mobile, and he wouldn't have had the agenda to like, oh, let me, I need to siege the town center. He probably would have been like trying to keep the Portuguese off of resources and control the map more, and that would have just worked out much better.
Yeah, Falks are great if Ports is up, basically, because then they add so much siege, and Ports has no units, so it's really hard to kill the Falks. But when Ports is staying H2, actually Falks sound like one way to probably lose the game, like here. But I can understand why he went for bugs, obviously. It's kind of the obvious Spanish shipment, you know, but yeah, it didn't quite work out. And now Raphael is back in his turn pressuring. He doesn't even need to do anything, honestly. He could just keep booming. He still has hunts. But he just recognizes that he's so ahead in military that he can afford to poke that gold mine, kill a few more units, a few more villas, and Hazza is on berries with his villas. He sneaked some villas here, trying to survive and get some hunts, but not looking good for Hazza here.
Yeah, LordRaphael in a commanding lead here. Continuing to hit and run. Goons, okay, now goons are coming back. Lancers trying to get onto on top of the Castadors, but big massive goons are now here. Castadors are starting to go down, but there's just so many goons that can probably clean this whole army up here.
Right, yeah, he doesn't even care about this Castador. They die, that's fine. He's got enough goons to kill everything else. And so that he kind of traded his Castadors for some rods and some lancers, which is okay. And behind that, he's gonna remass more anyway. A small raid here, but lancers just not very good at raiding. And the goons are nearby, so probably not gonna lose any veal actually. Oh, one veal going down, okay. But gonna lose at least one lancer here, I think.
Oh, and there's actually 5 goons over position there.
Nice split for Hazza though, escaping, but he's gonna lose some. He can't avoid it.
Yeah.
And more goons here. I think Hazza is maybe gonna resign now, I mean.
Yeah, all these lancers pretty much getting caught. Oh, hiding in the corner there, a couple getting away, but yeah, LordRaphael is just looking very strong here, and it's like, how does Spain come back? It's 1 town center to 3.
Oh, and the mosques here.
Yeah.
And the lancers, I mean, Hazza just desperately trying to raid with lancers, but it's really not what you want to do with lancers. And at this point, I think Ports can go literally pure goon. He's got goon combat. He can get the arsenal upgrade for his goons as well, and just only go goon and just like kill anything Spain does and just be super mobile. And yeah, Hazza's out now. GG.
Yep, and there's the GG. So LordRaphael takes this takes game 1 in the best of 5. LordRaphael currently up 1-0. Let's take a look at some of these post-game stats here. And man, yeah, it was looking really good for Hazza with like LordRaphael doing the weird like Musk Huss build, and Hazza doing like a good kind of getting away with a greedy H3 with 1,000 wood coming in. But then after that, it just, I don't know, Hazza kind of seemed like he threw it a bit.
Yeah. I think he had potential to really win this game, but he just took 2 bad fights. If you look at the military graph, the first fight at the TC with CM was actually pretty good for Raphael, and the second fight was even better. The lancers just were kind of disappointing there, and just too much stuff popping, you know, like Raphael popping 10 Castadors and 5 goons from his buildings, and shipping 8 Castadors, and calling Minutemen, and just Hazza not able to win that fight, and then it was pretty much over.
Yeah, LordRaphael, man, doing everything he has to stay in there. And the minute the Colonial Militia card coming in, right, like, you know, just at the right time, and then being able to surprise with that Colonial Militia pop, yeah, it was just huge.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's smart. Like, Hussars and CM is a good counter to Spain sometimes, if they sort of overcome it. I don't think it should really work, at least not with ports, maybe as Brits or something like that, like a civ that would get more units out early on, or even as France, maybe if you get all in, like some kind of Piroshiki, you know, FF, you just make Huss, send CM, and you probably just win. But again, yeah, if Hazza played a little bit more carefully, he would have probably beaten that. Bit of an overcommit there. Because also CM was shipped for a while already, right?
No, I mean, Colonial Militia came in like right when the Falcons were sieging the town center.
Right, but he had time to snipe a Falk with CM, right? So it must have been at least a bit of time where Hazza could have maybe seen, oh boy, he's got CM, you know, just click on the TC. You should always click on a Portuguese TC and check how much damage it does.
I don't. Well, yeah. Well, no, I don't think it was really that was the case because I saw the town center was targeting the Falc, and had the Falc at like half HP, but that was before CM came in. Because basically CM came in, and then the CM Minutemen was called like right away, basically.
Yeah, I'd rather not say anything because I don't remember exactly. So, but if if he had time, then he should have checked. But I'm not sure if that was the case. But yeah, so that makes it 1-0 for Raphael here. Interesting strat.
Yep. All right.
And,
so
getting rid of the Falcons before he's up himself, so just being able to edge up behind because Hazza doesn't have siege anymore. But yeah, go ahead.
Yep. All right. So game 2 will be played on Great Basin, and we're gonna spin the wheel for LordRaphael. Let's see what civ LordRaphael gets here in game 2. LordRaphael getting the Iroquois civilization.
Yeah, that's pretty good civ overall, and especially on this kind of map.
Yeah, I agree.
Low resources.
Yep. All right, and for Hazza, let's see what civilization Hazza gets here in game 2. Hazza getting the Dutch civilization.
Wait, so I'm actually playing against the loser of this game, right? Because there's a small finals.
Yes, for the bronze.
Yeah.
Yep, that is right.
Okay.
Get your scouting in. Scouting report.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm just preparing some matchups.
Right, yeah. But then random.
That game.
Yeah. All right, so Dutch versus Euro. We'll have to see if these players click into this. Quite interesting, as you're saying. This is a low resource map, right? Or at least the resources are very forward. But at the same time, so that of course rewards aggressive civilizations like Iroquois. But at the same time, Dutch is one of those civilizations that can kind of just like sit in their base for a long time and doesn't really have to go out there.
Kinda, yeah, but they do need a bit of hunts, and sometimes they really don't have a lot on this map. But yeah, I get your point for sure. Also important to say that the stagecoach is not very viable in this map, which is definitely very good for Dutch, because stagecoach in this matchup is really, really good for Euro. So he can be happy about that.
Yeah. So why do you say that it's not really viable?
Well, when it spawns right, because sometimes it doesn't, but it should be only 2 TPs for each player. You can't take the third TP.
Okay.
So it means you can get 2 TP stagecoach, which is okay, but then your opponent also can grab 2 quite safe TPs.
Right.
It's not impossible. You can stagecoach in this matchup, but it's just not great. That's all.
Yeah, I agree.
It's not as good as some other map.
Yep. All right. So we're into game 2 here. LordRaphael playing as the Iroquois civilization. Hazza playing as the Dutch on Great Basin. And let's see what these players have planned here. Dutch starting with 100 wood here, and Iroquois with just food and a gold, 100 coin.
Oh wait, so it's a coin star.
Yeah, it's a coin star.
Yeah. That's better for Dutch. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Not quite useful for Euro, but very good for Dutch. And this map also has a lot of small coin treasures, as you can see. So that's also one good thing for Dutch. He might not even need to mine any gold at all in the entire Age 1 and still be able to queue all the vills. I'm not sure how worth it is to send a vill to pick up 10 gold. You probably lose more than 10 gold of walking time, but okay.
Yeah. Yeah, those 10 gold's not the best there. But yeah, like you said, that's always like so nice if for a Dutch player to get a gold start and just be able to get up to Age 2 that much quicker, since they just get the 100 gold from their starting crates.
Right. Or even if they don't age earlier, because sometimes you can't age 14. It's just hard sometimes to age up 14 and then still get your bank. But even if you don't age earlier, it means you will have more food because you mined less gold, and so you will get your bank more easily, which is really nice. Like Dutch, actually, it kind of snowballs really hard. Dutch getting good treasures or good crates snowballs super hard for the bank boom. But we have LordRaphael working on a 150 wood treasure, and Hazza showing up at the last second here.
Oh,
Oh
jeez.
boy.
Oh, sharp shot. Nope.
Now he's mind gaming, and Hazza's got it.
Hazza.
Oh my god, and he still has his crack shot, so he can't even kill the bear and escape. And no, he can even keep chasing Raphael now and snare him. Oh my god, this is huge.
Yeah, that was huge. Stealing 150 wood, and Raphael now throwing down his house. Wow, yeah, that's a huge trade. 150 wood going to Hazza, and 150 wood obviously not going to LordRaphael, so it's like a 300 wood swing. Very big, and now snaring the Iroquois Explorer, who's already very low at 140 HP.
It's gonna die. I mean, maybe he's gonna TC fire, but then that also sucks for Raphael. Obviously, you don't want to be TC firing right now, but the War Chief is so huge. I don't know what you do now. I don't know if you try to TC fire that. I mean, Hazza's full HP, so probably not. I guess he's just gonna let it die. But yeah, if you lose this, you suck, Hazza. Like, this is such a great start now. 150 wood, coin start, and denying, like, killing the Explorer, getting 100 XP, and also gonna be a bit harder for Raphael to get a trading post.
Yeah, and like you said, the Dutch Explorer has his Explorer's full HP, so it just is not worth it to put villagers in town center. It would just take so long to kill that Explorer that it would just slow down LordRaphael's age up so much that he just had to let his Explorer die there. So yeah, great start from Hazza.
Yeah, can't really be any better than that at this point. He also got no, never mind. I just misread something. But if you look at the treasures, Raphael literally didn't pick up any treasure except one now with a bill. He got 30, but no treasure at all besides that. While Hazza got, well, a bit of coin, but most importantly, of course, the 150 wood. And his Explorer is still basically full HP, so he can also still pick up something else, like 70 XP now, which is nice.
Yeah, so we're saying that, Hazza did get that treasure steal, which, I think a lot of people, maybe viewers and players in general, they might, like, kind of chalk that up as to being, like, lucky, like, oh, Hazza just got lucky and got a treasure steal. But at the same time, LordRaphael was aware that Hazza has 2 Explorers, and LordRaphael went for a treasure that takes a very long time to get. They had 3 bears guarding it, right? So he had to convert the one. That's a 3 bear one, right? Not 2. So treasure takes a very long time to get. And I mean, if you have 2 Explorers, like, you gotta kind of assume that the opponent's gonna scout that at some point. So you're really racing against the clock to try to get that treasure before your opponent gets there. But
and also, it was kind of in the middle. By middle, I don't mean the middle of the map, but the middle of that. I don't know. There's 2 parts on this map, on the right and left, and it was kind of in the middle, and that's where usually most of the treasures is on these parts. So you can expect Hazza to come here, and also Raphael could have played it safer, maybe convert 1 bear and then come back a bit later, convert the second one and take it. But he decided to take it in one go as well, which is even more risky. So
right, so very very high risk, high reward type of situation that LordRaphael decided to go for. And so it's not all just luck. It's not lucky that Hazza just showed up at just the right time. He moved his 2 Explorers very purposefully and was able to get a really nice treasure steal there.
Right. There's definitely a part of luck, but more than that, it's just a big misplay from Raphael, honestly.
Yeah.
Just misplayed there, and Hazza got lucky enough to punish it, but it was first a misplay from Raphael. Anyway, a Wahad going in the middle of the map. So everything's normal right now. 4 Kenyas being shipped. Unfortunately, not in the Wahad though. So they're going to be a little bit later. And it's almost 6 minutes already, and I don't know what the Kenyas are going to really...
And we have Big Bun coming.
Oh,
on the way.
Already. So maybe anticipating the...
He pikes on Kanye. And the Explorer...
He could have got a better catch, actually. I think he didn't Z move properly. He maybe misclicked, but he's still, catching them. But now, the Explorer... Wow, the Explorer is super low HP, actually.
Yeah.
Do you kill it at this point? I would probably just not. Yeah, don't try.
Hazza kind of overcommitting here.
Yeah.
And also villager exposed to see if you remember. Yep, good job pulling that bill back on the far tree. But yeah, Hazza's looking really good here. Yeah, that explorer just it's actually still alive, but 17 health. Need to focus fire the Kanye with the TC.
Yeah. Right. Oh, he should TC fire that hero right now.
Oh yeah.
Why is Raphael even bringing his explorer here? Like, that's a big mistake again. It's just dead now. And more skirms now. The Pikes in cover mode. Basically, no Kanyas alive. They can die to CC, so he doesn't need his spikes. Nice splits now, killing 3 tomahawks in one volley, another now. This game is looking very good for Hazza so far.
Yeah, great start from Hazza, and yeah, I mean we just can't like overemphasize the importance of that age one, where like obviously the 150 wood church got stolen, but like perhaps, well, maybe not the more important thing, but another like very critical part of it was that LordRaphael lost his explorer, so Hazza got XP, and that also meant that LordRaphael's explorer was going to be very low hit points, you know, at the start of age 2, and really affect his early pressure here.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, just such a poor start from Raphael, and kind of snowballing already. Yeah, and he did a couple big mistakes. Like, yeah, the treasure at start, then running his Kanyas into the pikes, then running his war chief under the TC when he had like literally 10 HP. And you know, yeah, just then also going Tomahawk is actually questionable. I mean, I get the 5 Tomahawks from the big button, but why more? Like, why ship 6 Tomahawks and not Ainas when you know he's got a Rax anyway? Or maybe he didn't know about it, actually. That's maybe the problem. Maybe he didn't know there was a Rax. Maybe he expected a stable. Either way, Tomahawk's not doing too good against Skirm Pike.
Yeah, and Archer's moving in here. Look how they're moving quick. It's just me. Looks like they're like bolting forward, but I don't know.
Well, they got 5 speed like Pikes, so they're actually a pretty good unit. The only problem is the animation, you know, they gotta actually sit and shoot and shoot if they want to. But now, you know, Hazza is at this point is just buying time, trying to trade his skirms as well as possible. Gonna kill the Kanyas now, then gonna hit and run again. He's gonna lose most of his skirms, you know, but it's gonna take a long time for Raphael to kill them. And meanwhile he's up. And then I don't know what hero does. He's completely all in. He went for 3 unit shipments in a row. He has no follow-up whatsoever, and I'm pretty confident he will not be able to punish that Dutch age up.
Yeah, so Dutch is now age 3, and like you're saying, LordRaphael really needs to do something here. You know, age 3 is not an option for LordRaphael, obviously. He's just pushing in here. And another batch of 5 skirms trained here. And we do have a stable from LordRaphael, but yeah, I mean, it's looking good for Hazza. We may see like a Rooter shipment coming here, and Hazza's looking pretty good here in age 3. You just try to buy some time, even maybe like there are a batch of Rooters being trained. I was gonna say, imagine like a 5-husk trained 5-husk shipment. That could have been something, but I mean, they're a decent.
5-husk would have been great, but I think he just played it safe because he doesn't know if there's cav, and there actually is a stable for Raphael, so I guess he decided to just go for Rooters. And just not throw the game. Also, Hazza has quite a few hunts left as well, so that's also not a problem. Not the greatest skirm pop. Might have wanted to pop them on the other side maybe, but either way, I don't know how much that matters at this point. If you look at the scores, it's not looking good for Raphael. He's also trying to snare with Ainas, but that just doesn't work. They don't actually snare, so...
Yeah, shipping skirmishers before Reuters there, but not getting caught off by any cav, and then Hazza doing a nice little 3 skirm raid at LordRaphael's down center.
Nice split. Hazza micro pretty well this game. He's been splitting again now, and
yeah, there's the GG. 3 random skirms made their way all the way to LordRaphael's stable there. All right.
Nice raid.
Yep.
Skirmish raid, interesting. Yeah.
All right, game 2 does go to Hazza here.
That was not very close. I think Raphael was maybe a little bit tilted also. Like, he directly said, you know, if you don't win that, and then I think he just decided, okay, one far behind already in age 1, I'm just gonna ship the units and hope works, and then it just didn't work.
Yeah, I agree. You realize how far he was behind, and he probably thought, I need to do something crazy to catch this guy off guard. So let me big button Tomas and just send these unit shipments and try to make something happen here.
Yeah, but pretty clean defense by Hazza there. Because if you look at the graph, Raphael did get 21 pop-up units at 6 minutes 15, which is quite a lot. And Hazza had kind of half the pop there, but just better unit composition, kind of. Also, did he even call Minutemen? I think he didn't even.
No, I don't think he did he?
Yeah, yeah. Well, GG.
Yep. All right, so game 3 will be played on Jebel. And we're going to spin the wheel for LordRaphael. Let's see what civilization LordRaphael gets here in game 3. LordRaphael getting Sioux. And Hazza saying exactly what I said during the stream, during that game. Hazza says, why start 150 wood treasure when I have 2 scouts? Very valid point. Yeah. It took me a long time to learn that. It took me years of AoE3 to realize that just because you see a treasure doesn't mean you should go for it. You gotta take into account, is your opponent a 2 explorer civilization or is it a 1 explorer civilization?
Yeah, also think about, okay, I'm the one taking damage here, so what if he just shows up, and even if he doesn't steal the treasure, then I just die, and then I have no explorer, and then he gets every single other treasure on the map, and I can't trading post, even regardless of the actual treasure, just like losing your war chief as hero is just not an option. Like you can't do that.
Yeah, exactly. All right, so we have Civ for Rafa. I said Sioux, and we're spinning the wheel for Hazza. Let's see what Civ Hazza gets here. Hazza gets the French.
The French against Sioux on this map. All right, that's interesting. I don't know. It's a weird map. I wonder if Hazza is gonna wall up against Sioux here.
And LordRaphael immediately click again, so no respin, no consideration, and that's it. We're getting into game 3 here. Series is currently tied 1-1 in this best of 5. Game 3 being played on Jebel Musa. Hazza playing as the French. LordRaphael playing as the Sioux civilization here. And this is an interesting one. So, we actually did see this exact matchup. It was on a different map, but we did see this matchup earlier in the tournament. It was actually Kaiserklein versus Mito on Bengal. Sure you recall that one.
Oh yeah. What a mess, man. That made no sense whatsoever.
That was a scrappy game.
Maito was just nice enough to let me win that one. So that I didn't get clean swept, because really he was so ahead, but yeah.
Yeah, I think a big thing there was, that was a no TP map, so I think Sioux, they're much better on trading post maps, I'd say.
Yeah. Sorry about that. Sioux does benefit more from the trading post than France. Like, France is sort of a civ that likes a trading post, but they're still really okay without a trading post. Sioux really kind of wants it.
Oh, look at this treasure contention right away. Oh, has not seen it though.
Yeah, he could have, yeah. Well, he does kill the tiger at least, and, well, 50 gold doesn't matter too much right now. No one needs gold here. Raphael dropping 2 TPs already. So not taking the gamble, you could drop that these TPs later and just be like, I'm probably gonna find it with, and guess what? He could have found that and went for an actual trading post, which is much better than TPs.
Yeah, it would have been nice 80 wood there. Tree line, a bit weird as Hazza saying, but yeah, this map definitely can have some weird trees and spawns. I don't think it's super critical with French. I mean, they are kind of far, but
the trees are always far on this map. But this time, Raphael actually got like a couple trees right next to his TC. And I mean, it's Sioux, right? He's not gonna need to chop except little bit in transition. So the 2 trees he's got next to his TC are probably gonna be enough. for the whole game, or almost. So that's pretty nice for Raphael here. Quite a bit of walking time for sure for Hazza going to these trees to chop the 100 wood he needs for the house.
Yeah, not the best, but he's gonna work with what he's got here.
Yeah, we're not gonna rehost with trees.
Right. And Hazza does see this 80 coins, so he does quickly sharpshoot it. And it looks like perhaps LordRaphael did not scout that, so I think Hazza maybe will get this one safely. But LordRaphael is heading back to this 80 wood, converting one line, and then finishing off that next one. Pick up nice 80 wood treasure.
Yeah.
Oh, we have an incoming host from Sophie's World. Thank you, Sophie. I saw you streaming AOE3 recently. I know that saw the one stream. I think ESOC hosted her after her stream recently, and yeah, it's pretty fun to see all the ESOC guys, watching the stream. And yeah, it's always good to have new streamers.
She got quite famous pretty fast.
Yeah.
And yeah, well, thanks a lot for hosting.
Yeah. Yep, always good to see new streamers, streaming AOE3 and just helping the community grow. And yep, always good. So let's see, what do we got going on here? Hazza picking up a 70 food treasure. Oh, and it looks like LordRaphael is actually going to steal this 80 coin that Hazza started previously. So
yeah. Oh, that was an 80 coin. Yeah, right.
Yeah, because he has a sharp shot the one line and then left and went for that other treasure. So LordRaphael coming in there and just kind of stealing it.
Yeah, so we can have a look at the age one. Well, first it was a wood start, so Hazza's got the TP, which is real nice. But then in terms of treasures, Raphael does come out on top. But then again, it's Sioux, so he kind of has to be on top there. I mean, 70 food, 80 wood, really nice treasures for Raphael. He's also got like 215 coin already.
We do have villagers moving here, Kaiser. What are your thoughts here with the Sioux villagers from Rafa moving across the map?
Well, that's 100%. It's not going to be a stable because it's like pulling 3 bills, and anyway, a forward stable doesn't make sense. Cav has like 8 speed. So it's gonna be a war hut there. But then again, he's shooting a hunt, so he has no intention of hiding it. Apparently, he's just like, going straight in the middle of the map and just gonna drop that war hut there. And Hazza should know about it, but apparently Raphael doesn't care about that, so he's not gonna try to surprise him. That's my point. And we see the age up time from Raphael almost up at 4:30, which is a standard time. He's up at like, which time? 4:27, but with one less bill, which is very awkward. He basically deleted a bill in that age one. So that's not too good.
And so yeah, that war hut is going down. LordRaphael perhaps building a second trading post here. Yep, starting the second TP. So gonna have 2 trading posts for the Sioux here. And Hazza, meanwhile, building a barracks at home. Building another house here, perhaps trying to get some choke points here and natural walls using the trees and a house here. 700 wood coming in for LordRaphael here. And villagers for Hazza.
Barracks, of course, very standard here for France. But it's not gonna do as good here against a Wahat because Setons counter Musks pretty well, and you could go crossbows, but then again there's always the threat of 4 axe shipment or even 2 dog soldiers. So yeah, Hazza's gonna go Musks, gonna save that native scout and get a little bit of HP from that explorer, which is nice. But he can't really extend much more. I hope he's gonna go back with this Mus. I don't know what he's trying to do, but 5 Setons and he's just losing 5 Mus for free here.
Yeah,
he should really go back.
He's trying to save this trading post here, but yeah, it could be a bit risky. And there are the 5 Setons, and if these muskets get snared here, he could lose these 5 Musks for free nearly.
Yeah, and it's not like he didn't know about the Wahat, right? I mean, there were literally clubs sieging his, so he knew about it. So I don't know why this move, but at the end of the day, it looks like he's going to be able to pretty much escape, which is fortunate for Hazza. So not too bad, all in all. More Musks as well, and this time it might be Raphael overextended. Certain Musks, they're insane against Musks actually, but they're not mobile, just like Aena's in the previous game. So he's gonna get kind of caught here. Gonna lose maybe two sit-ins pretty much for 2 Musks, so kind of an even trade actually.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we have some crossbow moving across the map here, and looks like they're gonna get caught. Splash damage is immediately going out to the crossbows, but not running away with the war chief. He is quite low. 1 hit. Ooh, 27 health. Gets out just in time.
Yeah, that was close.
And has a push in here. I mean, it's quite risky, but luckily enough for him, perhaps he recognizes that LordRaphael is trying to do this 3 TP stagecoach, and I don't know, I guess he's picking the right time to push, but it is a risky push.
Yeah, and it's not quite his timing either, because he just shipped 600 wood, and he didn't ship something like 8 bows or something like that, you know? So he doesn't have that much of a military advantage here. Although he's jamming it all in, and it is... Oh my god, that calf pop is going to be real good for Raphael. I don't know if it's enough though, but maybe there's going to be a shipment coming, or... He's got a shipment on the way now, but he forgot to ship it. Imagine if Raphael just shipped 6 sit-ins like 30 seconds ago.
Yeah, I think the issue there was a lot of the sit-ins went down before those Axe Riders, you know, were on the field. And it's looking quite good for Hazza. He's going to clean up this forward war hut and then potentially the stable. And, I mean, losing a war hut and a stable for Sioux is really significant.
Yeah, that is no good. And especially when he invests in getting that TP line, you know. It's going to be even worse because now he's going to lose his TPs most likely. Hazza is going to be able to rescue that Explorer, just build a TP himself, maybe siege 1 TP down. Then Raphael, I don't know what he's going to do. Yeah, he does lose to sort of a random build, but then again, Raphael's build was also kind of random, honestly, so...
Raphael?
Yeah, it was also random shit, honestly, so...
You're right, Hazza saying you lost with random shit. Yeah, kinda... Yeah, interesting game. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I kind of expected a calf shipment, actually. I thought Raphael would go for 4 axe or something second card, because Cav plus Seton is actually insane against infantry, because the Axe Riders, they just snare, and the Setons do so much damage. Like, if you click on a Seton, they do 30 damage, like a skirm, to Musks. But they also shoot twice as fast as skirms. So these are like 10 skirms worth of damage against Musks, which is absolutely insane. So if you have Cav to snare and stuff, they do so good. And I kind of expected 4 axe, second card or something, but maybe going a little bit too greedy here with 5 bills.
Yeah, Hazza identifying the correct timing. It's kind of a strange, weird timing window, as we were saying, but he was able to push in just as LordRaphael was upgrading Stagecoach and shipping resources rather than like a unit shipment. So found a perfect little window there to do some damage.
Yeah. I will spank you saying Sioux is not that OP after all, and tagging me. Well, I mean, you can't take that game as an example. Obviously, if you get boss Stagecoach and ship 5 vills and crates and don't ship any units, against France with an early trading post and just going for a timing, obviously you're not gonna hold it. And even like that, he could have hold it. Like if he just would have gone back with his Satins, maybe behind the stable, you know, and just bait Hazza into coming in and then popping the cab. I think it could have been a cleanup there.
Yeah, LordRaphael really getting tilted with that game. I feel like we don't see LordRaphael get tilted too often, but getting quite frustrated.
Sometimes he does. Not
yeah.
that often.
I mean, I think every AoE 3 player does. Every competitive player does. I mean, how do you not at some point, you know? Alright.
Yeah, I want to type something, but I'm not gonna because I don't tilt Raphael. Yeah. But pretty much what Hazza is saying.
Yep. Alright, so let's see. Hazza is currently up to 1. This is game 4. Game 4 is going to be played on Hudson Bay, and we're going to spin that wheel. Let's see what civ LordRaphael gets here for Game 4. LordRaphael gets the German civilization. And let's go ahead and spin the wheel. I'll give it a second. I think it takes some time to kind of disappear the last wheel. Okay, let's spin that wheel for Hazza. Let's see what civilization Hazza gets in Game 4. Hazza gets Russia. Yeah, that was like the weirdest timing push from French. Like, typically that would just get shut down, but LordRaphael going like really greedy.
I think it's an okay timing if you waited for the 8 bows, but he actually pushed before 8 bows, which made sense because actually Raphael was getting stagecoach and stuff, but generally speaking, you would either do 4 CDB 700 wood, 8 bows and push instead of 600 wood, or you would wait for your 8 bows next shipment after 600 wood. It doesn't make much sense to push at this point, but yeah, either way, it was a good counter play here by Hazza for sure, identifying that super greedy play from Raphael. German Russia though, oh boy, that's not very good for Russia now. And we all know how good Raphael's Germany is as well.
Yeah, I think Raphael will be feeling pretty good here. I don't know if I'm sure he saw. Let's see, he hasn't switched to German yet. I don't know if he does not know. Did he not see me type?
Wait, what?
Raphael's still on Sioux. I don't know if he like didn't see me type as Sioux.
I think he's too busy being tilted there.
Yeah, probably.
All right.
All right.
Again, it's, oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No,
with
fine.
the
All right.
introduction and stuff.
Yep. All right, guys. We're getting into Game 4 here. This is best of 5 here between Hazza and LordRaphael. Hazza's currently up 2-1. We were playing on Hudson Bay. Hazza's playing as the Russian civilization, and LordRaphael is playing as the Germans here. And as Kaiser, as you were saying, we all know LordRaphael is very good with German here. So I think he's going to be feeling pretty good about this game.
Yeah, he should be quite happy about getting that matchup randomly. It's maybe not as one-sided as it used to be because Germany got nerfed. Uhlans were pretty dominant in this matchup before. And now actually when Uhlan dies in one less hit from a Russian musketeer in melee and also one less hit from a Cossack. So Uhlans are much weaker than before in this specific matchup. However, it's still German favored, but, you know. It's also a wood start, which is obviously real good for Germany here. Gonna go straight for that trading post in the middle of the map. Probably gonna take the one in the bottom here because it's the most annoying TP for Russia to siege down. By the way, this spawn is better for Russia because the TP line is in the middle. The spawn where the TP is closer to the German base, the other spawn of Hudson Bay, would have been better for Germany.
Yeah, but Raphael, like you said, going to be feeling really good with his 200 wood start. And, yep, being really smart, building that trading post way in the corner there. So it basically forces Hazza to, you know, am I going to go siege down your trading post or am I going to go put on pressure? And if I do go siege down your trading post, then it's just so much walking time to walk to the trading post and then walk to the town center. You know, it gives German just so much time to be able to get up to H3 and you know, do everything that they want to do.
Yeah, definitely.
Both players
So
going
you don't
for
want to rush the TP or something.
right. Both players going for big treasures here at the same time. LordRaphael finding 125 wood, which would be huge if he can get. Oh wow! I actually just noticed Hazza already quickly getting a Cherokee rifleman.
Yeah, and
Oh jeez.
wait, what the?
That was quick. Did you see the 2 wolves die or?
Yeah,
That
it was weird because it looked like he one-shot the wolf, but I guess that wolf was just already.
Yeah, that did look weird.
Honestly, I don't understand what happened there, but anyway. What did I want to say? Yeah, that rifleman is super important because it's not only great on this map because of all the big treasures, like you said. Obviously, you can pick up treasures more easily with that dude, but it's also insane because you can maybe deny the front base from Russia, which is absolutely huge in this matchup. Like, I think if you can't front base as Russia against Germany, you might as well resign. But we'll see. I think Hazza is maybe a little bit annoyed that Raphael was sort of, how would you say, downgrading his gameplay. Does this mean anything, or maybe not? I mean, Raphael said Hazza did something shitty, and I think now Hazza is a bit annoyed and he's just going for the Cherokee.
Oh, yeah, some players considered it, I don't know, I guess as bad manners or just lame to go for native scouts, but obviously in like tournaments, not that this is like the super most competitive tournament, you know, you should always go for whatever increases your chances of winning. But yeah, like lots of players are not fans of the natives.
Yeah, Hazza is not a big fan of nats. I don't think he would usually take it, but now he does. But yeah, and that Explorer is also really low HP now, the German Explorer. Yep. But Raphael did get 125 wood, right? Which is insane.
Yeah, that is very nice. Yeah, so Raphael's got to be feeling good about how this Age 1 went. He got a trading post, right off the bat with 200 wood start, and yeah, he found 125 wood treasure. Very nice. And it looks like he's probably going to find this native, which is a very, turning back, maybe not. But yeah, native is obviously very good, especially if you have like Ulans running around and you're trying to find out where the villagers are, or just see where, units that might be rushing, where they are. Just to get that information, it's so valuable.
Yeah, definitely. But yeah, Hazza going for the TP. Interesting.
Yeah, has a building trading post here. Still has 2 villagers.
Oh wait, but I'm totally dumb. Hazza got. I was like, oh, Germany is gonna deny the front base, but not at all. Okay, just never mind me.
Wait, what were you saying? You got cut off for like a second. But that.
Yeah. Just what were you saying?
I was just saying, so we do have Hazza dropping down a blockhouse here. And yeah, he did go for that trading post, so he's not going to be ultra aggressive here. Well, he could still put a pretty heavy rush on. But blockhouse now coming down. LordRaphael working on a 90 coin treasure, so LordRaphael is getting quite a bit of treasures here.
Yeah. How does Hazza get to TP and build cows? I guess it's because of the wood start that he can afford to do that. So, well, he's definitely going to be slower. I mean, Hazza's not going to be able to really rush so much.
Yeah, and we're seeing Hazza also build a market here, so yeah, playing for
he does have 5 musts and 5 costs in queue, so it's going to be sort of a pressure here. But yeah, he does still at the same time get a market and a TP, so it's really nice for Hazza. Really good start here.
Oh, and we have some far vills. Okay, LordRaphael pulling that vill, nice. Good reaction time to make sure all these vills are safe here. Couple hits getting onto the vill. Deer blocking is one vill. Oh, very close. The one vill almost went down. One villager is exposed here. LordRaphael trying to hide in the corner.
Hazza wants to get away from that stable like right now because something's going to pop really soon.
Yep.
Minuteman and maybe Tulan's going to... 4? Wait, where are the Tulans then? Huh, I don't know.
No shipment in for Raphael yet.
Wait, what?
Did he?
Completely forgot to ship anything, I think, because there's no way he doesn't have a shipment now.
Yeah.
Oh, that's huge actually. That's a lot of gathering time lost. But still, he's getting a good trade with the Yolans and the Minutemen, and Hazza following up with 4 costs, but actually the 4 costs are going to be completely useless because he's just going to pull back now. I'm not a fan of 4 Cossacks anyway. I don't think it's very good against Germany.
And I think it looked like perhaps LordRaphael canceled his shipment. Do you think? Because we see 700 wood coming in.
It's actually okay then. I mean, it's still not very good because you have a TP in age 1, so you kind of want to ship your shipment really fast because your second shipment is going to also be delayed if you delay your first shipment because they're back to back. However, well, that's a waste of gap. I guess
He took
it
two
would be
Cossack.
worse. It would be worse if you went for 3 settler wagons, because shipping your settler wagons late means you lose a lot of resources, but shipping your wood late is somewhat okay, I guess. So a few musks just dying there. Overall, looking pretty good for Raphael, I would say. And interestingly enough, going for 700 wood, 700, probably gonna go for some big double cab mass here, Mito style. That's interesting.
And we did have Hazza go for a pretty early steel traps here, getting steel traps at 6 minutes and 47 seconds. So he is putting some aggression on with Russia here, but also, you know, building a trading post and getting steel traps fairly early here.
Yep. And now Raphael trying to micro that, but well, yeah, he's doing a pretty good job actually. Hazza not really paying attention and attacking the Explorer. That Explorer leaving with 3 HP right now. And I think this is the point where you want to go siege down the trading post. Because yeah, you don't want to rush it, you want to rush Germany. But when you get, like, when Germany can hold like that and you have to go back, then you send your mosque to siege down the TP.
Yeah,
and I think that's what Hazza's doing. Or maybe first he wants to secure that second blockhouse before he moves his musks away.
Yeah, we do have a couple of lines moving across the map here, looking to potentially get some raids in. Meanwhile, Hazza dropping down a second blockhouse and also stable here. Looks like he has Age 2 agenda on the play, you know, just a long, prolonged Age 2. But meanwhile, LordRaphael is about to, well, he's going to be clicking up in just a second here to Age 3. So I think LordRaphael is looking pretty good here.
Yeah, even though his build is kind of confusing me, because I don't know, he didn't make units from the 700 gold, so I don't know what was the point of shipping gold before settler wagons here. Kind of confusing me. He lost a lot of resources from not shipping the settler wagons any earlier than that. But yeah, regardless, you're right. It looks like he's in a solid position. But then again, yeah, he does age up late. Like, he made almost no units and he's gonna age at 930 just because he shipped his settler wagons so late. He lost so many resources from not gathering with them. But still, now he's age 3. Russia has 15 muskets, or rather 10 muskets and 5 cars actually. And not really able to push Germany at all. So he's gonna have to try to hit some sort of timing later or just contain Germany or something. I don't think he can push him.
Yeah, so LordRaphael is in H3 here. Has him moving out with his Cossack. We have a shipment on the way for LordRaphael. Let's take a look at units in queue. What are we working with? We have war wagons in queue. 3 war wagons in queue right now. Just some muskets in queue for Hazza.
War wagons are just great because they can outrange every Russian. They just do great against costs.
Yeah.
And smartly enough, you see Hazza recognizing he couldn't push, so he's actually just raiding and idling. But in fact, he sent most of his musks to siege back there to siege down the TP. And yeah, I saw these settler wagons on top actually surviving. That's pretty good.
Yeah, that's huge. It's a good, good little thing to add to your repertoire. You know, avoiding raids, and you know, a lot of players would maybe just try to send them back home, but and then the villagers end up getting caught. But really, just sending them all the way in a corner, you know, where it's just unexpected. You know, your opponent to look for. Really big. Because, I mean, imagine 2 settler wagons and a villager getting caught by like 5 Cossack. That, you know, that's like game changing.
Yeah. Then again, if Hazza clicked on the gold mine, he would have seen that it was not at 2k anymore. It was already mined down to thing like. So he should have known. Yeah, okay. There was like at least a settler wagon or something here a couple of seconds ago. So maybe then he could have tried to find it. However, it's also not very nice to send your Cossacks here on top, because then you get trapped. Like, the war wagons would have killed them, so anyway, he doesn't really want to do that. Either way, Raphael is pushing out with a lot of war wagons. Hazza has boyars, but not that big of a mass. I don't know that he can really take this fight. I think Raphael can just kite away from that. So yeah.
Yeah, and I think Raphael's me, you know, happy to. I mean, he doesn't siege down that trading post, but he's buying himself quite a bit of time, and just every second that goes by, I think is just better for LordRaphael. He's H3. He's getting these H3 shipments in. He's just beefing up his army. And he's just sitting in a pretty good position here. Some villagers are
Getting away with 1k wood as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, outpost there, not gonna go up. Not a huge deal, he's got that mine on top. And realistically, Hazza is not gonna be able to deny it, because again, the war wagons can just hit and run. Although it's kind of a weak point for Raphael here, just because, well, he just shipped 1k wood. He doesn't have all that many units right now, and he's gonna lose a bill now. But, you know, still pretty solid.
Yeah.
With good unit control, Wabagans are really good in this matchup.
And the LordRaphael really trying to get onto that gold mine, it looks like. He got a 1 Cossack right on the other gold mine, meanwhile.
Yeah, I'm gonna be punched down by these bills. But Hazza microing it away, so he's gonna kill at least 1 bill here. And I try to go for that settler wagon as well. I think it will go down if Hazza micros a little bit. But Hazza coming back in, tower will go up, which is really nice actually for Raphael here. He did lose a couple of bills, but he also killed a lot of Cossacks with his war wagon, so I think this is a pretty good trade for Raphael. He doesn't have Minutemen anymore, he needs to hit and run though with the war wagons just standing there. Could micro that a little bit more as Raphael here. That's actually exactly what Russia wants.
Yeah, not the best fight for LordRaphael, however, he does have a shipment on the way. Yeah, taking a lot of damage here. War wagons all falling, a couple of them now retreating.
Imagine 9 Ulans now. Would be quite scary actually. There's not many mosques. He could TC fire the mosques and maybe snipe them with war wagons and ship 9 Ulans. Even from the tower now.
Yeah.
And he needs to just take free kills with his war wagons all the time. Like, you gotta use these guys because he can't really afford to lose that tower and the bills inside.
Yeah, I think LordRaphael is, actually there are a lot of villagers in there. LordRaphael is going to be pushed here. And there's 9 Ulan shipment.
There you go. And there's only 4 war wagons, but it's enough to one-shoot a musket. He's also popping the bills to tank. So yeah, I think Raphael will clean this up. But not necessarily the worst trade for Hazza.
But already another shipment for LordRaphael here. And yeah, he is going to clean this up, and now Charlotte's moving in, but the Ulans are still alive here and be able to chase down these units. And LordRaphael is really struggling to get onto resources, but cleaning this up here.
Yeah. Sending these extra units in was a mistake from Hazza. I think the trade was still somewhat okay, but he lost an extra 10 Strelets and 5 mugs for no reason. Still though, does Germany have enough stuff to actually break 2 blockhouses here? I don't think so. Then again, he doesn't need to break it right now. He's got a full coin mine here. He's out of food though.
Yeah, he's actually forgetting about this one Musox. He probably will see this now, but I mean, this guy's got 500 food in him. And he was like really strapped on food, and like every resource was tough for him to gather from. I hope he doesn't forget about that.
Actually, you can train like 10 Ulans from that guy. So yeah, it's
right.
And he does have a couple on top, but not much. So he needs to break the blockhouse soon, and now with 8 skirms, I think he will be able to. However, it's gonna be hard for him to make war wagons. You can see Raphael is smart here. He's making Ulans because they must be gold, and he doesn't have food. He wants war wagon, like you clearly want war wagons here, but he just can't really afford them.
Yeah, and however, his skirmisher count is pretty good, so he will be able to snipe muskets, fairly well with the skirmishers and even the war wagon. So the Ulans, they can be pretty good. Just if you can window down that musket count and then just have the Ulans for the Charlottes and the Cossacks there. Lots of Cossacks coming in for a raid here. LordRaphael really struggling to get out on the map, but not pushing, taking out 2 blockhouses.
Yeah. And yeah, actually Raphael could have just won the game right now by going here or even there. But he did not. He's playing it safe, just cleaning up these blockhouses and then gonna wait for probably 1 more shipment because he soon has a shipment. So I respect that. And the Cossacks, did he lose? He sent like 7 Cossacks to raid and there's only 3 now. I wonder if he just changed his mind and split them and kept only 3. But they're gonna die, most likely.
Yeah, these 3 Cossacks are getting caught here by the Uhlans and skirmishers, and now LordRaphael finally kind of getting out on the map and getting on this further hunt. So I think he's going to be feeling pretty good here.
Yeah, and meanwhile, Russia is still ahead by 20 builds.
Yeah, Jesus. Wow.
Yeah,
I was just
well, he killed quite a few builds, and he's Russia, so yeah.
Yeah.
Units lost. Yeah, Germany lost 9 builds. So yeah.
Yeah, that is a pretty significant amount. And LordRaphael, he has had lots of villager walking time, just like / idle time this game, as he was just running out of like hunt and resources to really gather here. And big fight here. LordRaphael trying to get down the stable here. Looks like the stable will go down. Hazza is going to force the fight here.
Yeah, I mean, there's not all that many units for Germany here. It's just that his units are way better. But now, again, Raphael not hit and running so much, and the stress doing a good job. The war wagons, Musks on top of the Uhlans, and well, they were on top, and now the Uhlans coming back. Hazza can go in now with his Musks, but there's still a lot of German stuff, and, you know, just veteran Uhlans here.
Yeah, the skirmishers really getting caught there, but like you're saying, still quite a bit of veteran Uhlans, still war wagons up here. Villagers being pulled into the fight here.
Hazza needs to melee that.
Still a couple of skirmishers hiding here too, so still 4 skirmishers alive, doing quite a bit of damage here.
Yeah, exactly. Like these few skirms alive just changed the fight completely. I think without the few skirms he had there, Hazza might have won it, but yeah, just you know, I don't know though. Is that a bad trade for Russia, considering he's got that much more eco? Germany's running out of shipments. He's adding a dock as well now. That's why. So you know, the problem for Russia now would be that he has no food. So I guess it makes sense that he's going for a dock. However, he should scout the top of his base because there's a hunt and a gold mine there, as usual on this map.
Yeah, that is pretty big.
But yeah, like every unit matters now for Germany. He has to take only good trades or he will lose this game.
Yeah, that eco difference is massive. I mean, it's double the eco.
Pretty much,
basically.
yeah. So that's why Hazza keeps taking these fights, and I think this is the end of the series actually. I mean, Russia is up in score, which is never good for you. I don't know what you do here. Raphael needs war wagons, but he doesn't really have the eco to make a lot of them.
Yeah, this is looking really good for Hazza here. Man, I mean, I guess the map, you know, the hunts are quite far forward, and LordRaphael was just really struggling to get onto resources. And he did take a couple trades that just weren't really good, like early on. Oh boy.
Right, yeah, he did forget to send it.
Yeah, he forgot to send his H2 shipment, it looks like, for a while there, as we were counting earlier. And that's it, everybody. Hazza pulling off the upset and taking the series 3-1.
Yeah, wow, that's interesting.
Yeah,
I didn't expect it to be like that.
Yeah, Hazza moving on to the finals, where he will be playing versus Mito, and LordRaphael going on to the bronze match, where he will be playing versus Kaiser.
Great, now I get Raphael.
Yeah. Raphael saying he's gonna forfeit 3rd place.
Okay.
Yeah, I had a feeling if he didn't win this, that may occur. So, I mean, we have a little bit of time until we have to, you know, finish up the other series. But yeah, I mean, I guess if LordRaphael decides to forfeit, if he doesn't change his mind or whatever, then, you know, obviously that's unfortunate. But you can't force a player to play. Obviously, we'll see. I don't know. Obviously, viewers would like to see another game.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Well, could also maybe replace Raphael by whoever lost to Raphael last or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's a bit unfortunate, but well, we'll see.
Yeah.
All right then.
Yeah.
That was still a good series. I mean, this last game was pretty good too.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, LordRaphael definitely taking some poor trades here, and not the best play from him. Hazza looking strong this series.
Yeah, and like Raphael said, like not shipping his settler wagons was huge, and I don't know what happened. It's like he literally went for the standard 3 settler wagons, 700 wood, 700 gold, while totally skipping the settler wagons. Like, you know, he got 700 wood time you usually get it, and time you would usually get it. Just he did not ship the settler wagons, which is a huge mistake.
Yeah, that looked quite painful there, but yeah, I guess mistakes happen even to the best.
Yep, definitely.
All right, guys. Well, that is it for the casted tournament series today. It was a pretty long, good stream here. Appreciate it, Kaiser. It was a lot of fun casting with you. I'm sure the viewers really enjoyed it. Always great to have a co-caster.
Yeah, well, I really enjoyed casting with you as well, and thanks for having me here again.
Oh yeah, for sure, man. And yeah, we will be scheduling. We'll have to see. So now, obviously, it's me, Hazza, and Michael in the finals. So we'll be talking to those guys. We'll try to schedule that and keep you up to date when that series gets scheduled. And then yeah, we could possibly see if we can get you back. You know, maybe co-cast in the finals there.
Yeah. All right, sure.
All right.
So we'll just see, and also we'll see these plays. I will keep an eye on that if Raphael actually forfeits. Anyway, yeah. So thanks, people, for watching, and was nice to co-cast with you. And I'm gonna head off now.
All right, man. Catch you later.
Yeah. See you.